The Theatre package is now available to use with Yamaha's DM7 series of digital mixing consoles. In this vlog, I'm going to show you most of the features that are included in the package when used with version 1.5 firmware. Some of you may be familiar with Theatre mode in Yamaha's larger RIVAGE PM series. That has many similar features, though is not quite the same. With DM7, it's an optional extra package available separately or included with the DM7 control panel. Then you can choose to activate it or not. Once activated, you will gain access to the Actorlibrary and be able to use more EQ and dynamics banks. DCA programming will be easier with DCA presets and a DCA scene grid. Multiple MIDI note, program and control change messages will be available for transmitting with scene recalls. After a future update, control of AFC image, Yamaha's active field control, will be added. So let's start with the Actorlibrary, which can be found in the Setup menu and the General page. Here you can select which channels you wish to run in Actor mode. So a range of channels for the band, effects and playback can remain in normal mode for an efficient workflow. Actor mode allows 4 EQ curves, 4 Dynamics 1 and 4 Dynamics 2 settings to be assigned to individual actors. You can see this in the selected channel screen. They could have different settings for each character they play in a production, or different settings for the kind of voice they use, speech or singing, whispering or wearing a hat. Each scene memory will store the choice of EQ and dynamics banks rather than the actual parameters. The parameters get stored in the Actor library. So during a show, the parameters can be edited and not overwritten by a scene recall. At the end of the show, the Actor library can be updated with the changed settings, or the settings can be reverted to their previously stored state. Each day, if the actor playing each role changes, the actor assigned to each input channel can be switched to match the cast list. It's a really useful way to work when the show is similar every day, yet the cast changes regularly. Let's take a closer look at the banks in the selected channel. Each bank can be named. The actor's name will be shown at the top of the bank view. Banks can be linked for easy switching. See that EQ includes an attenuator, so the audio level can be adjusted with each bank. Quieter for singing, louder for whispering, for example. Each expanded view of the EQ and dynamics also gives access to the 4 banks. Take a look in the Scene Memory Recall Safe grid and notice that channels that are in actor mode have their EQ and dynamics parameters grayed out. They are automatically safe as they now get recalled from the actor library rather than from the scenes. In case you're wondering, proc here refers to the order of processing, EQ before or after Dynamics 2. Remember, the order can be switched by dragging on the screen. Now let's move on to DCA programming. Remember, all sizes of DM7 include 24 DCA groups, which allow you to use one fader to control the audio level of multiple channels at the same time. In a typical theatre show, the DCA assignments will change scene by scene. When there are 100 or more scenes in a show, that can take a long time to program. So the theatre package includes some enhancements to speed up the workflow. Open the Channel Job menu. Look at the DCA group screen. There is now a preset option. First, select a DCA and make the channel assignments. Notice there's a new auto name option too, which will adopt the name of the first channel assigned to the DCA. Or name the DCA manually and color code it. Then press the preset button and save it as a preset, filling one of the 40 positions available. By doing this, you don't need to remake the channel assignment for each scene. Just recall the DCA preset. This saves you a lot of button pushes. While we're here, also note the option for Channel On follows DCA Assign, which will make sure the member channels are switched on if they join a DCA group that is already on. A useful shortcut to save having to navigate through lots of fader layers to reach the physical controls. Now for DCA Scene Grid. This is a new feature for any Yamaha mixer and is a part of the DM7's Theatre package. Here you will see a grid of all DCA groups included in all the scene memories that have been programmed. You can see the DCA names and colors, and it allows you to make changes quickly to all scenes at once if you like. Touch a DCA to edit its members or choose a preset. Then copy and paste to various other scenes. Or at the top, edit the DCA for all scenes at once. This could be really useful for band, choir, effects, and so on. For the others, you can copy and paste one at a time as you wish. It's basically a shorthand way of using the global paste function to write the settings of one or multiple channels to one or multiple scenes. Talking of scenes, let's look at the new MIDI link for scene recall. Even now, about 40 years after it was first demonstrated, MIDI is often used for data communication between audio and other show control equipment. In the MIDI section of the scene list, we can set up to 4 different messages to be transmitted upon each scene recall. They can be output via USB to a computer or using the optional PY MIDI GPI card through the 5-pin DIN socket. Choose one of the 16 MIDI channels or all channels and select the command type, including note on, note off, program and control change. Then select the exact parameter or parameters if control change is chosen. Then enable the MIDI transmission for the scene. I'm sure you can already imagine what to do with this. Play sound effects, recall a lighting cue, change some external effects. There are loads of possibilities. So that is the theatre package for now. Like I said, look out for the AFC image control to be added soon for immersive sound mixing. And don't miss my other vlogs about the DM7 series version 1.5 release and the broadcast package. As a reminder, the theatre package is included with the DM7 control panel. Otherwise, it's an optional extra package that can be authorized onto any DM7 console. And depending on your region, it can be removed and transferred to another console later if you wish. To take a more detailed look at the features, why not download the free DM7 editor software for Mac or Windows, which gives you access to all the functions offline. See you again soon.